G'day everyone, it's been a little while since I've done a video, so I wanted to report on a new system that we're testing out. This is the automated, the automated drop-off and pick-up of the equipment system with the storage unit that we have. Previously, with our equipment for pick-up and drop-off, or drop-off and pick-up, we had to have someone physically at our office to let them in and give them the equipment or take in the equipment. The office had a set of keys and a remote that was required to get into the area. So yeah, it was a bit tedious because if an attendant couldn't make it, past work hours, then they would either have to come to my place and pick up the equipment from my place, which is further for them from, as opposed to going to the office, or I or someone would have to stay back and be at the office so someone could give them the gear. So it wasn't the best system. We couldn't give everyone a set of keys as well because for 3 keys just to get into the office plus the remote, it cost $90. So for a whole set. So that 2 of them were specialty keys as well. So it wasn't really cost effective to give each staff member a set of keys as well. So what we've done is we've hired out a Kennard storage unit. I think it's about 4x6. From memory, it's roughly 4x6. And what we have there is a completely coded system. So there's code to get into the front gate. There's no clicker anymore. And we've got a master lock with a code in there as well, 4-pin code or whatever it is. So yeah, the staff are now able to go and pick up the equipment at whatever time they like, and they can also drop it off anytime they like. So sometimes, at the end of their event, some staff members like to offload the equipment straight away. They don't like to hold on to it over the weekend or anything like that. So they would wake me up in the middle of the night to exchange the equipment, or I would hide my van key somewhere around my house and they could go pick up the key, unlock my van, put the gear into the van, and then they would drive off. The storage unit's in Castle Hill. It's kind of central to all of our staff members and including myself. That means that they can drop off the equipment at, say, 2 a.m. without waking me up, and then they can get home a lot quicker too. So it works out a lot better. Having this system means that I'm able to structure my week a lot better. So I'm able to calendar days in where I'll be heading to the storage unit to, set up the equipment, not even set up, just check the equipment if I need to at all. So this next phase, hopefully with this next phase, I won't have to do a lot of that. Oh, man, when did we move in? We moved in a month or so ago. I think it's been a month or so, maybe 2, I can't remember. The storage unit has been in a complete shambles all the way leading up to yesterday. Yesterday I went in and I fixed everything up. I had the basic structure of where I wanted the equipment to go, which is on the left-hand side and that left wall, but I didn't have everything in its place. And over the past few weeks, we've been testing out the pick up yourself and drop off yourself type of system. But I prepared the equipment and I put it in a place where they could find it, and they went in and did it all themselves. Worked out really well, but it didn't really help for a completely automated system. So I spent about 5 hours setting up the entire storage unit yesterday. Worked out really well, super happy with the result, and I really am looking forward to getting this system completely running smoothly and the way that we want it. The next phase for the system, the automation of this whole logistics of equipment, is to have everything in its place and to constantly train the staff. If they're packing up their equipment at their event, they should be doing it in the correct way, so the next staff member can take that kit and they don't even have to check it. They know it's all there. That's the way I want it to run. I want the staff to pack away all of the equipment correctly. I'll be labeling everything in like the bags and whatnot. And then when they head to the storage unit, I want them to be able to put all of the equipment and the backdrops and everything away exactly where they're meant to be. And I would then expect the next staff member to go in and find that all the business cards are full, all of the backdrops are back where they're meant to be, everything is exactly the way that staff member the previous staff member picked it up and dropped it off. Fully automated system there. I know some of you have already done this, so I think Andrew Gerber's got this system down. So yeah, if anyone has any tips on how to make this system run smoothly, I'd love to hear from you. But yeah, it's something new that we're trying out. And come busier times, hopefully this system will be like a smooth, well-oiled system, and I won't have to go to the storage units so much. I can actually have this running as almost as a passive type of business. I was hoping for some tips on how to maintain this type of system, how to make sure that the quality is always there when they're putting the equipment back. I've been thinking about this, and I'm not sure whether I should. Actually, I think what I will do is I'll get the GoPro and I'll film myself unpacking the equipment and explaining to that particular staff member the way I would expect it to have been returned. And that way I can send that link to them privately, upload it to YouTube and have it as an unlisted video, and I'll send that link to them and they can watch that and understand exactly what's required of them, next time, or they'll know the gaps in their knowledge, and they'll be able to help themselves get better for the system. And then, I'm assuming over time it'll just get better and better and better and easier and easier. And even in that phase, going into the storage unit once or twice a week just to sort out the equipment isn't a bad time. If everything is automated and if everything is remote, I don't have to be there for everything. 2 hours a week, you won't even have to spend that, but an hour a week or an hour and a half a week on handling your logistics is great timing. But having that reduced down to zero, potentially zero, will be even better. And that's kind of what we're aiming for. So I'm hoping to report back to you on that type of thing. Just thought I'd share a little bit with you and get some advice from you guys too, because I'm new to this and OpenBooths hasn't done, automated pick-up and drop-offs and even like unattended gigs. We're not very well versed in that. So yeah, we're learning as we go, and we're doing quite well. It's not that difficult, but like figuring out the kinks and the bumps in the road has been it's an interesting journey. The other day we had to refund an entire amount. We had to refund like $1,300 because what happened? Oh, the bloody software stopped working out of the blue. That was it. Literally, they took 14 sessions. We couldn't fix it in time. Yeah, it just ended not very well. Luckily, the client was super cool. They just ended up being really, really nice and understanding. So yeah, no issue giving them their money back, but that was a pitfall of an automated system that we hadn't really thought of. It might have been one of those one-off things that don't really happen that often, software issue, but it happened. Like the main issue there was we didn't communicate with the staff member that they needed to be in the area. So what happened was the gig was out at Campbelltown and they left Campbelltown. They dropped off the equipment, they left, and they came back home and they had a nap because they were tired. Or no, it was an nap or food. I don't even know. But either way, they didn't check their phone. So we were messaging and calling and all this type of stuff. I don't know why we just assumed that they knew that they would be on call after they dropped off the equipment, or the fact that they needed to stay in the area. We just thought that was a standard thing to think, but obviously not. Our direction was lacking there, and that's what we learned out of that scenario. I'm done. I hope this helps. And yeah, let me know your thoughts and let me know if you've got a system up and running. I'd love to know who and what you're doing. So anyways, peace out and see you guys soon. Bye-bye. Have a good week.